So I'm reading this article about how the American government has made YouTube take down videos by up to 70% more since last year. What is that, from like 1 to 2? You know, it amazes me how everyone can get butthurt and point out how the government is censoring you. Ooh, it's Big Brother, it's the state. But meanwhile, when YouTube takes down your videos for no reason at all, oh, that's fine. That's just property, the terms of service. But when the government does it for reasonable reasons, for equal treatment reasons, oh, all of a sudden it's wrong. This is what pisses me off about you zombies. You don't get the idea of egalitarian principles. You don't get the idea of equal treatment for equal crime. The state is not censoring you. The state is merely doing what the state is supposed to do. The state makes a law. That law is enforced. It's not you personally. They're not doing it to you because they don't like your opinion. They're not doing it to you because you didn't pay your monthly fee or some shit. They're not doing it to you because they're in a bad mood. They're doing it because that is the law. It doesn't work that way with the terms of agreement. Terms of agreement can mean whatever the fuck they want it to mean. It is just bullying. It is just thuggery. It has no place in the rule of law. And I don't see why that is so difficult for you to comprehend. I don't see why you insist upon defending freedom as an idea to defend force against another individual when you have no business applying force to them. It is just unprovoked violence, and that seems to be a trend in the West specifically. Because in other countries, my message seems to come a lot more clear, but it seems in countries like America and in Europe, Europe's not a country, but that a whole continent, you know, they seem to think that people have this right to commit violence against one another. And that descends from the whole capitalism mindset. So, you know, I want to reply to Maoist Rebel's video about liberalism with this video, but it's really not related, but it's a good start, because everything he described about liberalism is true, and that's the problem with capitalism sympathies, capitalism defending it, and you know, just it's reactionary, and it has no place in humanity. You know, and it annoys the shit out of me how people are going to be all up in arms over the government censoring a few videos that probably were talking about making bombs or some shit, and would have happened to anybody regardless of race, regardless of if they were trolling, regardless of anything. They just don't want to make videos about making bombs. I think that's a reasonable you know, stance. And I'm not suggesting that that's what they deleted. I don't know what they deleted, but I'm giving you an example. That is something they would do, as opposed to the moderators, which just decide to ban everything and delete everything because they feel like it. And that is their argument. Their argument is they should be able to do whatever they want to do, and you have to take it. That is not going to work. I am not going to defend anarchy of the rich. This reminds me of why I haven't ordered Dawn of War yet. You know, there's this video game called Dawn of War, and I know Dawn of War 2 uses Steam, but I'm not completely sure if Dawn of War 1 does. If Dawn of War 1 doesn't use Steam, that increases my chances of ordering it, because it decreases the likelihood that my account will just be deleted for no reason at all. Because for all I know, it doesn't even require a Steam-like account. I know a lot of video game companies do it now, so that's why I'm wary. But, you know, like my Halo game, I can pop that into my computer and play it whenever I want. The account is just a name. It doesn't specifically tie into that key activation code. And that's how it should be. So, if I order Dawn of War 1, I want to know that I will be able to play that game whenever I want to. I will not have to worry about my account and whether or not it's in good standing. And I shouldn't have to worry about that. But, you know, all you zombies out there seem to think that that's okay. You seem to think that it's okay that I spend $40 to $60 for a game, and that they can take it away from me anytime they want by deactivating my account, and with it, the activation code to that game, essentially taking my game away from me. you think that's a right. You think that's an entitlement of their property. You agreed to the terms of service. I'll just fucking take the game from you if I want it that badly. If I want Dawn of War 1 that badly, and there is no way around it on Steam, I will just fucking pirate it. So, you know, I'm not going to argue this point with you. Either we are treated as equals, or I will take from you. That is the communist stance. That should be the communist stance. Is that we're going to try to reason with you as an adult. But if you refuse to be reasoned with, we will just take from you and hurt you until you're reasoned with. And that's all I have to say.